Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I know how everyone looks forward to summer coming, and I can't help but feel like I'm just waiting for summer to be over because it's been so warm and it feels like it's been going on forever. I cannot wait for it to be cooler and I can actually go out and enjoy life and walk around. So yeah, a little bit different to everyone else, but it's difficult being in Dubai. Anyway, it's not been that long ago since I reviewed my first Huda Beauty highlighting palette. So she recently came out with these amazing highlighter palettes. I will link that video down below because it is actually, I was so excited because every time I try out a Huda Beauty product, I end up not liking it. And this was the first time when I've actually genuinely loved the product. It was amazing. So I'm already kind of giving you a little bit of preview. But yeah, go along and watch that video where I swatch and take you through my first impressions of that highlighting palette, which I think it was called Sun Sand or something like that. Anyway, so I'm back again today. If you've seen the preview shot and the title up below, I'm back again today with another of her highlighting palettes. So I keep seeing the reflection in my glasses. I've got new glasses and yeah, the light keeps hitting it really strangely. Anyway, new highlighting palette, and this is her summer offering. So this is called the Huda Beauty Summer Highlighter Palette. I don't think there is a specific name to it. It's just called the Summer Solstice Edition. So I think this might be limited edition. I am not sure, but beautiful. I love the pictures and the images and the way she's done her palettes. It's so pretty. And it's weird because the highlighter right there looks like it's holographic, doesn't it? It looks like it's rainbowy. And I also just genuinely love her eye look and the overall situation that's happening. So really stunning, a beautiful background and just beautiful colors. I really like the way the packaging looks like. Look at those colors, really pretty. So let's open this baby up. Opening up this palette, it's just cardboard box. So it looks exactly like the old one. There's a, ooh, that's pretty. So usually there's a little kind of plastic to protect the products inside, and usually it's just a clear plastic, but this one actually is the same image that she's used on the cover and it looks really pretty. I kind of just want to frame this now. Is that weird? Is it weird wanting to frame a clear plastic sleeve? Yeah, I'll think about it. Anyway, this is what the palette looks like, and look at that. Pretty. All the colors look amazing. I haven't swatched this yet, but a little bit different to her other one because if I recall, there were actually instructions here that tells you how to use the palette. I totally had to just leave and cough for 20 minutes. Anyway, I'm back. So this is what the palette looks like, and yeah, they now have a very tropical pink purple palm leaf print over here, which I think is really nice. Like, it's pretty and the colors look really, like, I know they said it was a highlighting palette, but I just can't see this as a highlighting palette. I think if they sold this as a blush palette, I would have been all over it. Because it looks amazing. It does. It looks really pretty. And all of the shades are shades that I would wear. So, yeah. Like, highlighting palette. Okay, so let's get into it. This has... but let's get to swatching. So, finger at the ready. Let's go. That That is definitely a cream. It's just me, or that feels denser. Strange. This is a super yellow, super yellow. I don't think it's coming up in the camera that well, but it is super yellow, and definitely a cream formulation, and you can see how gold that is. Like, that is straight up warm gold. So that's what it looks like. Let's go in the other ones. Ooh. Feels slightly smoother as well. So the first one was called Saint-Tropez. This is Malibu, which is totally not what I expected from the shade. It looks like a almost coppery, bronzy, I don't even know. Like, it kind of looks like a copper bronzy color, but this is the color that it comes with. I'm not trying to flip you off, but that definitely looks like a highlighter to me. Yep. Mind blown. Okay, let's swatch that. That is so pretty though. Look at that. Definitely pretty. Kind of reminds me like one of the shades in the other palette that I've got, but that is super pretty. I've just cleaned off my fingers because I want to use the same fingers for the rest of the palette, so it's kind of like the same, I don't know, I'm pressing on the same, completely cannot speak today. So I'm swatching them in the same way. Anyway, the next one I'm going to go for is Copacabana, which looks like a very reflective rose gold, I want to say. So let's go into that. Wow, that is so pink. And it looks like a highlighter shade. It does truly. You can definitely see the pink in there. Just ignore that. But yeah, that looks like very pretty, very cool tone pink. Wow, that swatched well. There we go, that's what it looks like. That is Copacabana, and then let's go into Mykonos, which is, I think that's the shade that everyone will be looking at because it is straight up purple, so let's go. Ooh, that is pretty. There's definitely a lot more pigment in there, but look at that duochrome. It's like a purple blue. I don't even know what it is. Oof. That reminds me of an Urban Decay shade. It does, it totally does. That is Mykonos. And I think they're sort of just named after very beachy places, places that you'll just go, sun, sand, ocean. So those are the 4 shades. That is Saint-Tropez, Malibu, Copacabana, and Mykonos, which looks straight up like an eyeshadow from Urban Decay because that is so pretty. I don't even know if I should put this on my cheeks because I've just been like flipping my fingers. Yeah, I'm gonna clean my fingers off and I'm gonna come back and see about swatching these on my face. Back, so what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna try one on both sides. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. So let's try Saint-Tropez as a highlighter. Really creamy. Again, I kind of wish that this was a mirror just because it'll be a little bit easier to do this. I know I said I don't really mind that there's no mirror. You would usually be sitting in front of one when you're doing your makeup, which I do, but yeah, okay. So that blended really well. Looks pretty. Kind of, yeah, it's a cream highlighter. What do I go for? I've got 2 of my favorite brushes here. I'm not sure which one to use. So I usually use this one for my highlighter and this one for my blush. But I keep looking at the shades. I'm thinking they kind of look more like blushes, but they come out as highlighters. So I really shouldn't be using a blush. brush, and I should be using this one. Malibu looks really similar to my other one, so I think I'm going to skip that. I'm going to go into Copacabana and see what that looks like. It's definitely, yeah. Ooh. It's pretty actually. It's very, very pink. I don't know if you can see that. I can definitely see it in the camera. And it just kind of looks super... You know what this reminds me of? It's kind of like those ABH, Anastasia Beverly Hills glow kits. And they're sort of duochrome-y. And this is kind of like make your own duochrome, because you put on the base and then you can put the layer the other shades over it. And it just gives you a little bit of kind of color. It's kind of interesting. Cool. Let's go. What happens if I layer Mykonos over it? Don't know. Let's go find out. So obviously, when you're kind of tapping into it, this is a fairly fluffy brush, so it's not picking up as much product as you would on the finger. So if you're kind of thinking, oh my god, that is seriously pigmented, there's so much color on there, you end up just not using that much color unless you're going in with your fingers or something. Yeah, anyway, let's see how that looks. Wow, that is straight up purple. That is so, I don't know, I can definitely see. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but yeah, that is, I'm just bringing it to my cheeks because I think it's a really pretty color, but look at that. Like, hello, unicorn. I'm just happening. That is totally, that is so weird. That is really, really strange. But yeah, the formula is nice. It does remind me of the 3D highlighter palette. Sorry, my strap keeps falling down. My cheeks look really weird now because that is so super purple and that's just normal. But yeah, it's really nice. I don't know if I'll use this as much as anything else. It's very unusual highlighter. Kind of see what she was going for. It's I think you can really sculpt and blend different colors and use it in a really kind of new, innovative way. If you're kind of the person who likes to play around with colors and likes to make an impact, I think this is really cool. You've got some amazing shades in here. They perform really nicely, they feel really nice, and there's a lot of product as well. And I think, yeah, that's really cool. Don't really have anything else to say aside from, look at that cheek. I'm so pink right now. Yeah, it's definitely pink. Okay, definitely if you want to go for something neutral, you can use Malibu and Saint Tropez. Copacabana and Mykonos would be great. I mean, they would even act as really great blush toppers. So if you put on a blush and then put that on top, I think that would look stunning as well. Gives it like this really nice shine. And I can see myself sort of using those on top of lips and eyes. If you really like to play around with things, those are cool. I'm gonna stop waving my stuff around. Anyway, so what do I think about the Huda Beauty Summer Highlighter Palette in the Summer Solstice edition? Approved, because it's really cool. The formula seems as amazing as the first one that she's released. I really hope to see other colors come out. I think it's great. I think she should definitely come out with her own blush palette because, like, yeah, come on. So, great things. I'm a fan. I'm gonna keep using this. I'm gonna find out how to actually incorporate some of this more interesting shades into my everyday look. It's just really purple like that. So distracted. Anyway, I think they're cool and really nice. A little bit pricey, but as with anything to do with Huda Beauty, it's gonna be expensive, but I think it's quite worth it. If you haven't had one of her highlighters, if you haven't tried highlighters before and you're kind of thinking about going for a highlighting palette, I've got a feeling that this is probably limited edition for the summer, and yeah, they're quite interesting colors. But if you're thinking you want something that's going to be a workhorse you're going to use on an everyday basis, try one of her permanent edition ones. I really don't remember what they're called. I'll pop details down below. But try one of those because I think those shades are a little bit more neutral. They're a little bit more common. I don't want to say common, but they're great formula in shades that you would use. So try one of those. But this one is really interesting. And if you're a makeup collector, I think you should definitely go for it. Looks great. And I'm going to stop talking now. Okay.